Hi guys, welcome to part 2 of my Christmas Yankee Candle burn planner. If you scroll back on my channel you'll see part 1. Basically the idea of this is my day by day festive Yankee Candle burn plans right through to Christmas Day. So whether it's weekend or I've got a day off, I try and get through every single one of my Christmassy type scents through December leading up to Christmas Day. So this is part 2. Got the festive jumper on already, so really getting ready to go, and I hope you like the nutcrackers in the background for a bit of festive atmosphere. I think I've got the webcam on reasonable settings this time around, so let's go. Got to Saturday the 13th of December last time, so we start with Sunday the 14th of December, and in the morning I'm going to start with Christmas Rose. Christmas Rose is, as you can imagine, an unusual scent for Christmas time because it's a floral. It's got a really clever, icy, wintry, fresh touch to it, along with rose. Rose is one of those classic scents you can kind of get through all year anyway. Sadly, it's been retired now. Really like it though. Christmas Rose, nice one to start the day with. Okay, next one on the Sunday will be Red Apple Wreath. Now, Red Apple Wreath is, I know people often say the cliche Christmas in a jar, but it's not far off it, you know. You've got the beautiful kind of ripened apple scent that Yankee do so well, but it's mixed in with kind of pine boughs and other Christmassy scents and a slight sweetness. It's just absolutely heavenly, very, very, very homely. So if you want your home to feel really festive this Christmas and welcoming to visitors or whatever, I'd heartily recommend Red Apple Wreath. Next one, so for the evening, on Sunday the 14th, I hope to burn Spiced Orange. Now, Spiced Orange, wow. It's really deep, it's very orangey, it's full of cloves, it's really, really nice, this one. It can be a bit heady, so those of you that don't like things a bit too spicy, I'd maybe steer clear of this one, but if you want a really strong, orangey, spicy scent, Spiced Orange is really nice, I like it. Oops, doing a bit of damage to my Yankee candles here this morning. Okay, my next day off, oh right, I'm very lucky, I've got about just under 3 weeks off this Christmas, so I'm planning to start my holiday on Thursday the 18th of December with Christmas Garland. Christmas Garland is new for 2014, one of the 4 core new scents. It was previously called Holiday Garland in the USA. It's exactly the same scent. They've literally just changed the name to make it more European, because we don't tend to call Christmas time holidays, although we do a bit, but Holiday Garland people would have been scratching their heads a bit about in Europe. Christmas Garland kind of makes a bit more sense to us. And it's a Christmas tree basically. Since the fragrance Christmas tree retired, this is kind of the one I think to replace it, to give you the feel of a real Christmas tree in your house. I'm actually looking at a Christmas tree I've got just behind there, one of the few we've got up at the moment, and it actually smells like that's a real tree in my room there. It's got that flavour of pines and I guess cedars and balsams. I can't pick all the green notes out, but it's pretty close to a Christmas tree. Next one, Winter Garden. Now, this one is causing a bit of consternation. It's limited edition in the UK for the winter, and I know it's part of the range in the USA as well. People are saying it's not throwing well at all. It's great in a tart. The smell cold is absolutely enchanting. It's creamy, it's piney, it's frosty, it smells really, really lovely cold, but I haven't heard from one person yet who's burnt this that says that they can really smell anything. So I've got it for my afternoon of my first day off, and I'm hoping it does the business, but we'll see. Probably haven't got too many hopes for it, so I'll be pleased if it does anything, I guess. And then Thursday the 18th in the evening, I'm going for Happy Christmas. Had this one for a while, and I used to smell it and think it's full on sweets and stuff like that, but it's not actually really. It's actually a really green one. It's a bit like a mixture of festive greens, but with a handful of sugary sweets thrown in. It's lovely, it's good and strong. From the label, it fully evokes the Christmas spirit. You can't go wrong with Happy Christmas. And if you're quick, I think you can find it as part of a set of 3 on QVC at the moment, but you won't really find it anywhere else. Okay, Friday the 19th, my first ever Yankee Candle, which is getting a bit low. Christmas fir. I picked this up for, not much to look at on that one, I picked this up for next to nothing in a charity shop 2 years ago. First ever Yankee Candle. My wife said, go on, try it, you never know, you might like it. We burnt it that Christmas, I did like it, and it's a staple ever since. Now for me, this was part of an encore range, which is kind of a basics range. It's actually quite a deep, complex, very marbled scent. And for me, this is even closer to a real Christmas tree than Christmas Garland was. Probably because I've been burning this for the last 2 Christmases, so it's the fragrance that reminds me of Christmas, Christmas fir. I'll be choked when it's gone, but there's plenty of other good Yankee scents around. So that's Christmas fir. Friday the 19th in the afternoon then, weather dependent, I head for sparkling snow. The thing that's always puzzled me a bit about sparkling snow is it's kind of off yellow colour, which doesn't really conjure up snow, but it's a favourite. It's got a beautiful image and it's got a fantastic smell as well. Sparkling snow. Again, it's softer festive greens. Again, I can't pick out the individual notes. I'm terrible at them. You know, I just know it smells like Christmas. It's also creamy and kind of icy. Really nice, this one. It kind of probably, if you can imagine, you're walking out on the snow and you know the kind of grass and stuff is poking through the snow, and you could imagine that you could smell it. Then the fantasy fragrance of sparkling snow is that. Right, we are heading into the home straight. I've got 4 more. Welcome Christmas for Friday the 19th in the evening. Welcome Christmas. Again, very attractive jar picture. I had a bit of a battle to persuade my wife to let me buy this one last year, but I'm glad I did. Doesn't really smell anything cold. It's another one that's kind of sweet yet Christmas kind of pines and stuff mixed in. Doesn't really smell great cold, and we weren't expecting much from this one, but wow, when you burn it, it actually packs a punch, and it's really, really lovely. Probably one of the best Christmas scents, I think, but doesn't smell anything at all when you kind of really, nothing special and quite light when you smell the jar. So I will look forward to that, and hopefully it will be as good as it was last year when I burnt it. Into the last 3 then, which takes us through Saturday the 20th of December, so I'll be getting really excited by that point in the final countdown to Christmas Day. And I'm planning to start the day with Snowflake Cookie. Came out last Christmas, new one. Haven't burnt it in the large jar before, only in votive so far. It's very, very, very similar to Christmas Cookie, but with a touch of frosty and icing, and I think I kind of said this, but somehow they actually managed to make candles smell pink. So it's quite a feminine-y looking type candle, this one. And it's got that slight feminine touch. It's not quite as harsh and biscuity as Christmas Cookie, although that part of the scent's obviously in there. And it's sweet as well. Quite looking forward to burning that and seeing how it differs to Christmas Cookie, Snowflake Cookie. Okay, into the Saturday afternoon we go with Christmas Wreath. Now I know this one is a love or hate it fragrance for people. I love it, so I'm going to talk about the positives. Wow, this one is like walking into a pine forest, and it's really, there's a really strong aroma. You know, you've not got any other smells around you, and it's really quite strong and overpowering and sharp. So this one's kind of a more in your face pine fragrance than the other 2 tree-like ones I spoke to earlier. You can find it around in various shops and outlets still, I think. Yankee Candle, I think, have still got it. It's a love or hate one, so sniff it before you buy it would be my recommendation for Christmas Wreath. And last but definitely not least, for the Saturday evening of the 20th of December, the absolutely lovely White Christmas with that beautiful serene picture of a church in a snow-covered country. Is it snow-covered? Yeah, quite hard to tell, but definitely a really wintry scene on there, so the picture sells this one. Oh, and again, it gives you the feeling of peace and serenity. is it muskiness in there, and again the festive greens, the iciness, all those things I've talked about so far, but with a musky scent as well. You can almost imagine walking up to that church and smelling the aged wood and scents that you get from a church. It actually is like walking up to that church and taking in a deep breath outside and smelling the air around you while with the church at the same time. So it's quite a musty one, really like it. That's White Christmas, and that, I'm afraid, is the end of part 2. All being well, I shall be back next week with the final countdown taking me up to Christmas Day with my Christmas scents, but I hope that's been a bit of fun, and thank you very much for watching. Bye.